Hello, friends. It is your lovely Mrs. Crane again for Unit 8, Lesson 3. I am going to give you a really short look at circles today, and it's going to sound like what I've been talking about all along, but we're using angles and applying them to circles today. And what you need to understand is that circles have angles in them. And that's kind of the reason our protractor is kind of a half circle. And they're all of the angles that are within a circle are kind of the same way if the circle wasn't there. Many angles can be drawn in a circle, and the sides of each angle all start from the center, just like our vertex, but will hit the circle in different places. So for example, this cute little angle, the acute angle, that's this blue area right here. You would measure it from your vertex along the base, and what the angle that you're looking at here is this one, okay? And it's greater than 0 degrees, but less than 90. Sounds kind of like our acute angle that we would draw with 2 rays, yeah? Exactly. It's just putting it in the context of a circle, okay? A right angle is the same as it would be if we were, it's just there's this little side of a circle that's involved, okay? An obtuse angle is, again, just like our obtuse angle would be without the circle, only it's within a circle. It's less than 180 degrees, greater than 90. A straight angle is just what it is, like it would be if it was here with the vertex in the middle. It's 180 degrees. Now here's where I'm going to add a new one at you. It's called a reflex angle. A reflex angle is an angle that's greater than 180 degrees. Greater than 180 degrees, less than 360. So this would be, and that was one of the ones we saw the other day, this would be right here if I did this. Remember I said it's 270? That would be considered a reflex angle. All the way, a full circle would be considered 360 degrees. That's the long and short of the video today. I'm going to ask you to type in the definitions for the different kinds of angles into your Google form tonight. But tomorrow we will take a protractor, and you're going to be creating these angles on page 304. So if you want to and you have a protractor, you can start constructing these angles. Honestly, a straight angle is going to be this, and you have to shade in this entire area because that's a straight angle of a circle. Okay? An obtuse angle is going to be more than 90 degrees. And what it wants you to do is if you have a protractor, it wants you to measure and label them. Okay? So all of this would be colored in. An acute angle would be cute, all colored in. Then it says 3 angles with a sum of 360. So you might do one like that. One like that. And then one like this. So if I were to, you would have overshading, but you'd have this. You'd have your 90. And then you would have your reflex angle, which is more than, so hopefully you can kind of see that. Write out the sum of your angle measures in exercise 4. So if you had a protractor, you could measure each one of those angles. We're going to do a lot of practicing with measuring with a protractor tomorrow during math workshop. So if you're still not a little unsteady with the protractor, that's what you will be doing in small group tomorrow. I hope that you can take this extra time for your homework to pour into maybe reading, working on your book report, or reading some of Miss Moffat's blogs. Have a nice afternoon.